All right, chat, we are ready. We have for you Ozokerite running Mario Kart Double Dash 150cc All Cup Tour as a pacifist. Let's see just exactly what this means. I usually go by Hop Up, yes.
I throw items. I cannot put them behind me for defense, for offense. I can only pick up items on the ground.
So you are not using items at all.
You can run over a mushroom in the game, and that will happen randomly sometimes.
Right.
But using items of my own volition, no.
Got it. So you are removing your ability to manipulate the other racers.
Yeah, I'm removing the ability to manipulate other racers with RNG. I'm removing my ability to defend myself consistently. The category timer starts when I hit the Okay. Okay. Oh, do I need to back up?
Sorry about that, small tech user. So I am joined by Ozokerite, yes?
Yeah, Ozokerite here. She, her pronouns. Here with Mario Kart Double Dash, All Cup Tour 150%. We'll have 150cc pacifist percent. This is basically the run for every track in the game, randomized in order except for the first and last tracks, and I cannot use items to defend myself or to attack other players or manipulate RNG.
Got it. So whenever you are ready,
all right,
count us down.
The timer will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Now then, we first start off on Luigi Circuit, which is a pretty basic track, and there is one major gimmick with it, and that is that the road crosses over on itself. And you'll notice that even though I can't use items, I will switch which character I have at the back. And I am doing that for a reason. There is the ability to steal items in this game, and even if I can't use items, my enemies can. If they hit me with a mushroom or a star. So I want to make sure that they don't get any items that they can really use to hurt me. This track, you really gotta watch out in the middle of the road because enemies will throw items forward and they'll just go right into you, going head on. And as you can see there, airtime is pretty significantly bad in this game. Ooh. Lightning is kind of a blessing and a curse in this game. It is.
I think specifically,
you're saying?
Specifically because the lightning is good and bad specifically because you are not using items.
It's good because it gets rid of everyone else's items. It's bad for the speed run because it lowers your top speed and makes you go slower in general.
Right. You do not want to be hit by anything that will slow you down.
Right.
Avoid as much as you can.
Yeah, like you take a lightning over like a red shell or two, but you don't want to get hit by anything ideally. After the first race, they can throw any track at you except Rainbow Road. Rainbow Road is always the last one. And it's thrown us into a traffic trap. There are 2 in the game. Ow. Get that startup.
That was an early blue shell. That was very
Yeah.
early into the race.
Yeah, Double Dash does not play nice with items with, like, buffer times or delays to start the event. You can get any item at any point in the race.
Truly at the whims of the item boxes and what they decide to give.
Yeah. Blue shells are very irritating in this game, but they can also be very hype if you're good at this. Because you can dodge them. Speak of this.
Right, I've seen other Mario Karts where you can use a mushroom to dodge them, but you don't even need that in this because it doesn't do the.
Yes, you can
It
dodge
doesn't
it with a
fly
mushroom.
down like in the newer Mario Karts where it flies down and does the explosion.
Yeah, we don't
This
got
one
no
it
super horn
directly
here.
flies at you. No super horn. Nope.
Yeah.
Even if you did, you wouldn't be able to use it.
Right. Yeah, dodging a blue shell is also possible in this game. Oh, floor star. Ooh, we'll gladly take that.
So all the items on the floor are from people being hit by lightning or whatever and them dropping their items.
Yeah, that's another benefit of lightning. It drops more floor items for me to take advantage of as someone who's not allowed to use the item buttons. Anyways, that's what I was saying. The blue shell in this game can be dodged with a frame-perfect power slide. It is literally frame-perfect, 60-frame game. And it's not always possible because you will sometimes just be on bad terrain for it, but when you dodge it, it is very hype, honestly.
It was certainly very exciting to see you dodge with that blue shell there, yes.
Yeah, I think my record is I've done maybe 3 in a 16-race Grand Prix. It's very tough. And from the second track in the Flower Cup, well, second track in the Star Cup, we go to the second track in the Flower Cup. Fans of Mario Kart Wii might recognize this track, considering it was in the retro track selection there. Although, honestly, the projects are a lot more aggressive in this one. There is a lot less room in the middle of the track to land here and avoid getting bitten, especially if you're coming here at an angle. Now, I will note that this is one of the best tracks in the game to get hit by lightning on. Would you like to take a guess as to why that is?
I'm guessing it has to do with dropping the items from other players.
You are correct in that it's dropping items, but you are incorrect that it's from other players. Oh, too late. Anyways, when lightning strikes on this track, every Goomba drops a mushroom.
Oh.
They also drop mushrooms if they are hit with anyone else's items, such as green shells, Bowser shells, bombs, etc. So be on the lookout for floor mushrooms in that section. It is very common to see at least 1 or 2.
So it's all about using the actual mechanics of the maps and the
Yeah.
yes, maps. Use the
Yeah, like you
mechanics
see
of
there.
the maps to your advantage as much as you can, because you are not able to use any of the items directly.
Yeah, it's just as much about reacting to the track elements in front of you as it is memorizing the track layouts and the drifting patterns.
Track. That's the word I was looking for. These are tracks you're racing on, not just map. They're tracks.
Yeah. You have tracks and then you have the mini-map on the screen. Anyways. Next up we are at Waluigi Stadium, which is honestly a good track to talk about a smaller mechanic in this game. In Mario Kart Double Dash, you might see me angle my cart forward a bit. If you hold up or down on the control stick when you are in the air for an extended period of time, the second spark didn't come out. This game is not like, I don't... I don't know if you can hear that fire alarm, just smoke alarm just beeped in my house for a moment.
I might have heard it on my end. I'm not sure if stream heard it though.
I live in an apartment complex, so every time anyone can't fucking cook. Oh, sorry. The smoke alarm goes off for everyone, and there's like 12 apartments in my building. Anyways, back to non-smoke alarm related talk. When you tilt your control stick forward, you make your cart spend a bit less time in the air. It tilts forward, it lands sooner. And being in the air is basically the slowest thing in this game. So like sometimes you'll notice me try to catch the side of these bumps instead of going all the way. But then you risk going into the fire on this track. So it's more practical on other tracks. Yeah, I kind of got rattled on this track just because of the smoke alarm going off.
You're good. You're still fairly securely holding first.
Yeah, no, this track in general is probably one of the rougher ones for me to execute just because it's so easy to end up in the mud from a wrong way power slide or whatnot.
That mud will definitely slow you down.
That blue shell was trying.
I saw it too. That was coming.
Yeah, you can hear the little hiss sound it makes as it approaches, even before it appears on your little radar below. It's so menacing. Anyways, the other thing I was saying before I got interrupted by that dang smoke alarm. Power slides in this game do not work the same as they do in the newest games. You do not get different levels of boost. You have to drift it from yellow to orange to blue, and then release to get your boost. Yellow sparks and orange sparks give you nothing.
So you need to get the blue spark to have any form of boost.
Yeah, I need to get the blue spark to get any boost, and I need to get the blue spark in order to have a prayer of a chance at dodging the blue shells when they show up.
God, and you want to be, as you can see, you want to be doing that boost as much as you can to just keep getting more and more and more speed.
Right. Anyways, we're on Peach Beach. It's not quite like those of you in Mario Kart World would recognize it as. For one, it's actually the same all 3 laps. And secondly, since you can't drive on the water or in the water, this tide is actually a detriment, and you have to keep mind of it as you avoid getting slowed down. It goes on a global timer on the track, so there is a cycle-based gameplay to it.
So is there any point in possibly going faster or slower to make sure you match the tides correctly for this track?
It's not something where it's like you save time by going through the tides enough to where it's worth slowing down for, no. But it is something where you need to look at your clock as you approach the beach and think about which line you need to take.
Got it. So it's not something it's more so reactive than proactive.
Yeah, depending on how many items you've gotten hit by or how much you've been slowed down during the track.
Got it. Still important to know about.
Right. Something for your little mental memory to keep an eye on, along with everything else. Ah, frick. Yeah, one thing that matters a lot in Mario Kart Double Dash is you swing outward a lot when you power slide in this game. And that matters a lot because you rely on that for getting around obstacles. If you have a banana or something right in front of you, or a car in that case, swinging a power slide allows you to swing right around them if you angle it right.
You gotta make sure you're swerving
don't take
around
that path.
both.
Everyone loves that path. It's a cool little cut, but it's actually slower.
Going up the
Yeah,
bridge?
going up the railing is something where it's like... It's so much slower. You only take it if you want to avoid getting hit by items in either game it's in. Well, in any game it's in.
More so take it if you have a significant enough lead that you want to make sure you stay in that lead, more so by avoiding items rather than keeping your speed.
Yeah, it's something where it's like you don't really use it in speedruns, sadly, which is sad because it's a cool shortcut. It's a cool idea, but man, it's so impractical.
I feel like in person, people also have the idea of, why can't I just drive over the bridge like that?
I know, right? And then they added it to Mario Kart DS and they removed that path altogether. They just walled off the railings. Ah, I missed the boost. Since I was an idiot and missed the boost, I might as well point out that the boost is a different timing in this game versus every other Mario Kart. In most Mario Karts, you do the boost right after 2, either halfway between 2 and 1 or right after 2. In this game, you hit boost when it says go, and not a second sooner.
So it doesn't matter when you start the boost, it just matters when you release the boost.
You have to hit A right when it hits go. Any mashing beforehand does nothing.
Wow. Very interesting how this is fairly different from all the other games, or at least the more modern games.
Yeah. I will definitely understand people who say that they have games they prefer over Mario Kart Double Dash when it comes to the series. There are a lot of very good Mario Kart games out there. I take pride in saying that Mario Kart Double Dash is probably one of the more unique Mario Kart games out there. It is very hard to recommend going back to, like, say, Mario Kart 7 over Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But there's a reason to go back to Double Dash. It is so different.
Right, because Double Dash, you have the unique items for each of the racers, and you have the whole idea of the 2 racers.
Yep.
So you can play it co-op.
Yep. Speaking of co-op, there's actually a mechanic that's only available in co-op runs that you won't get to see today. And it's the name of the game, actually. It's called the Double Dash, which is if both people hit the A button correctly to get a starting boost, it's actually almost twice as powerful.
Maybe one day in the future, someone will submit a co-op Double Dash run or tournament.
Oh, it definitely
and we might get to see that in action.
It definitely would fit the spirit of Multithon.
Oh, absolutely would fit.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do in co-op that you can't do in single player. For starters, you can punch your other racers in co-op. If the person in the back hits the L or R button, your cart will swing to the left or right violently. And if it hits another cart, they will lose their item and get essentially shoved to the side, regardless of their weight. You're essentially mugging them. Whoop. Dodge red shell. Yeah, you can dodge red shells with mini turbos as well in this game. It's a lot less stringent than blue shell dodging. Right now we're on Dry Desert, which is the final track in the Mushroom Pack. And you'll notice me going in this light yellow sand a lot. It slightly lowers your max speed, but it doesn't lower the speed boost you get when you are power slide boosting. So it just lets you cut off massive chunks of the track in this game.
That was good about playing less of the game.
I mean, that's what speedrunning's all about, isn't it?
That kind of, well, it's not always playing less of the game. It's playing the game quickly.
Exactly.
Because if you got those 100% runs, then that's definitely.
Oh yeah, no.
Because you're doing all cups.
Yeah, no.
You can easily do a speedrun of one track.
Yeah, I'm doing the same amount as everyone else. I'm just doing it quicker.
Exactly.
Yeah, I won't pretend to be like the very best at the game. I don't know all the techniques or all the tricks that some people use. But I feel like I do pretty good for the run I submit in terms of just like being able to execute it consistently. And just I think the runs I did in my practice stream for Spotlight, because Spotlight was the first time I ever did this run, or like did a event period. And I think the best run I had was good enough for like the top 100 on the leaderboard on speedrun.com. And that was for like the All Cup Tour period, including people who use items. I just found that funny. Ow. Get point blank, idiot. Anyways, we're on to Bowser's Castle. That does not mean we're near the end yet, because the tracks are random. But it is the next to last track in sequential order. And you can tell if you look at the mini-map and all the obstacles to deal with.
See, there's lots of angles and turns for you to be doing boosts around.
Yeah, for starters, there's this shortcut here, which requires understanding of the fireball cycle. Because if this fireball is about to hit it, you are in trouble.
Right, because you don't want to hit that jump right as the fireball's coming at you.
Yeah, if you hit that fireball, you're sinking into that pit. And falling off in this game is a death sentence. Anytime you fall off in this game, you lose a good 5 or 6 seconds. It is... God dang it!
The timing of that.
And then
You truly cannot plan that.
Is it commentator's
Just like sounds like Mario Kart.
Is it commentator's curse if I did it to myself?
I don't think it's commentator's curse if you are the one running and you say that, oh yeah, if I fall in the lava.
Yeah, I think it's just jinxing myself at that point.
That's, yeah, more so jinxing than commentator curse.
Like, yeah, I could blame the lightning, but you can see just how long you get sidelined by the lightning, or by them falling off and respawning. It is not quick in picking you up in, like, in, say, Mario Kart 8 World. It's honestly an... Oh, there's my Bowser shell from last lap. Yeah, when I say you drop stuff on the track, I mean almost everything.
Yeah, I've been seeing the large bananas from Diddy Kong as well.
Yeah. Diddy Kong's bananas and Donkey Kong's bananas are very annoying to deal with. Because they will split into 3 bananas when someone hits them. So they're an obstacle for up to 4 people. Anyways, every character in the game has a special item, and it's usually shared between 2 people. Bowser and Bowser Jr. have the Bowser Shell, Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong have the Giant Banana, Peach and Daisy have a heart item, and Mario and Luigi have fireballs, etc. There are a couple exceptions to that, though, and that's Petey Piranha and King Boo. They have the ability to randomly roll anyone's item, depending on what place they're in. That is partially because they are a very late unlocked in the mirror mode Star Cup, I believe. And it's also partially because they're supposed to be overpowered and kind of annoying. So with that in mind, I bet you are wondering why you never see Petey Piranha or King Boo in speedruns. If they have the ability to get any special item in the game, that sounds pretty good, right?
Usually, yeah.
Well, the reason that you don't use them in speedruns is, first off, Petey Piranha's head is just massive, and it blocks a good chunk of the screen view. Secondly is that heavyweight carts are not the meta in this game. Lightweight carts are the way to go, specifically the barrel train that I'm using right now. held that power slide a bit longer to get rid of that red shell behind me. Up! I guess we're going in the wrong path. This is another one of those alternate paths that's meant as a shortcut. It's really not. But hey, we did it.
If it works, it works. It saves time, it saves time.
Saves time over climbing back out there since we can't. Floor mushrooms! I almost hit a second one, but our curve was too sharp. Anyways, King Boo and Keep Run are heavyweights, which is the worst class in the game. Because you can keep a top speed so effectively with mini turbos. Ah! I had to like re-angle before I could get a power slide off, otherwise I just slam into the wall and not dodge. So that just kind of handcuffed me to the wall there. But yeah, since you can keep your mini turbos up pretty consistently in these earlier games, the lightweight karts tend to be the better ones. It wasn't until Mario Kart Wii when they changed the power slide formula to be based on how long you hold the drift that heavyweights started becoming the meta. Yeah! Let's go!
I love to see a skip like that where you use the map itself just says, hey, how about you don't get hit by this blue shell?
Yeah, there are only 2 cannons in this entire game. There is one on DK Mountain we just took, and there is one on Rainbow Road. And you can dodge a blue shell that way, but don't bet on it happening. Ah, the power slide didn't go the right way, so I ended up facing the wrong way. I didn't even boost there. What was? And I still hit the top thing.
The shell went into the floor and kept going and hit a piece of terrain that was on the wall, I guess, and the explosion from that hit you.
Yeah, the blue shell will either go until it hits the cart it was aiming for, or until it goes a certain distance past the cart. Then it will explode no matter what. So what it did was it went past me. It's only programmed to collide with me. It hit the distance, and it blew up. But it was under the floor, so it still had a hitbox large enough to reach me. I think this race is just kind of exemplifying the chaos that is Mario Kart Double Dash perfectly for me. You're never going to have the same experience 2 runs in a row with this game.
That is something that's Mario Kart experience with the random items. No 2 races will be the same.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Right now I'm just trying to focus on like getting a clean finish without any more screw-ups on that one. Up, second lightning that race. Now granted, this is the one thing that probably doesn't change from a vanilla run in this game. You can't block lightning in this game. Unless you have a star, I guess, but... You're in the back anyway if that happens. Let's calm down, Ozo. Let's calm down. Let's go say hi to Yoshi. I feel like every YouTuber and streamer I see makes some joke about like, oh my god, I just realized it's shaped like a Yoshi. Like the joke is that they're just noticing the audience.
Oh my gosh, it looks like Yoshi!
Exactly. This track is notable for having a lot of shortcuts that are just kind of cut out in later versions of it. Most notably, there's a shortcut where you go off the track up by the top of the, up by the bump that's Yoshi's eye, and you come out near his neck in a little tunnel. It's not really that much faster, but it is very secluded from the chaos. Floor brushing. Anyways, I do want to point out one particular part on this track for being a real pain in the butt, and that is the tail. Ah, that was almost so good.
So what's wrong with the tail?
The tail is a very common spot to get lightning, and then you slide off the side of it because it's such a sharp turn. I saw what you were trying to do there, game.
The game's like, I will show you exactly what I mean.
Oh yeah, every game I
But
feel
you
like
get lightning on the tail.
there is one track in particular that will just try and screw you over. When I did the charity, I had wrong way power slid there, and it just threw me out of whack there.
Game has just been rude on this map.
Oh yeah.
2 blue shells, a lightning.
Have you seen the look in Yoshi's eyes? He ain't playing around today.
Hey, he doesn't pay the taxes. Who knows why?
Yeah, exactly. Whoop! Oh, that was 2 in a row. I didn't even see the line for the second one. Yeah, that doesn't come in too often, but this game only has one spot for items coming up behind you. Whether it's blue shell, red shell, chain chomp, you only get one warning. Later games would change it so that the items will show up like left or right behind you, depending on where they are on the screen. But they're all centered on this game, so you can't separate them.
And this is Wario Stadium, if I'm correct?
We are on Wario Coliseum. Wario Stadium is
Or
in...
Coliseum.
Yeah, no,
right.
I get you. Stadium is in 64 and Mario Kart World. And then there's a different Wario Stadium that is in DS and 8. So it's very common to see Stadium.
And there's also Waluigi Stadium.
Yeah, which is in this game.
Get mixed up. Alright. So, how many tracks are you in so far are you through?
I believe this is race 13 or so. I usually keep track based on the points at the end of each race. Because it's just your race total multiplied by 10. Unless you've lost a race.
Right, and you were at 120, so you were at, this is
yeah, so that makes this race 13.
Here's race 13 out of how many total are there?
16. I believe...
16. We're getting close to done.
Yeah, there are 2 races left, and then Rainbow Road. After this one. So you have Wario Coliseum. You have... I believe we're missing Baby Park as well. And then the last one would be... I'm trying to remember what the last one we're missing is. Sherbet Land. The snow track. Oh god. Yeah, see, I had the power slide ready there, but the terrain being uneven made it so that it didn't really matter. Everything's slanted inside the Coliseum. Only like that outside path is really flat enough to take advantage of it. Up. I don't know if you heard it. I'm pretty sure I heard the blue shell again. Yep.
There it is.
Yeah, you can hear that hiss in advance. I heard it flying around in the rafters up there.
When does it start making that sound? Once someone has thrown the blue shell?
As soon as it starts taking flight, you can hear the hiss if it's close to you visually. Because it's proximity based. It was near me, but it was like above me, so that's why it didn't hit me immediately.
Ah, because of the whole this track.
Yeah.
There's a lot of looping around on itself.
Yeah, it crosses over. Anyways, next up is Baby Park. You want item chaos, you're gonna see it from all other 7 racers here. Sing
Yes,
along
this
if you know
is
the song.
Baby Park is certainly one of the most infamous maps,
Yep,
probably the most well-known in general maps of
Double
Mario
Dash.
Kart aside from Rainbow Road.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart is cool too. I definitely agree there.
Right, because it was right. Because Baby Park was first introduced with Double Dash.
Yeah, it came out in Double Dash. It had a terrible version in Mario Kart DS, and then it had a better version in Mario Kart 8.
Right, and populated both Double Dash and 8.
Yeah, it's good both of those
Baby
games.
Park has become a staple of the knowledge base of people who play or know Mario Kart.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's one of those things where it's like they didn't overthink it and they just made something really simple and it just ended up working with the game mechanics. If there's a track where I lose a race, it's usually this one, just because of the item chaos. If the items decide I lose, I lose. Oh,
No, just because of how compact and small the map is, and how, in fact, you're doing so many laps, and those items will just stack up
yeah, I
from
swear
people
so many
throwing them
other
or
games
dropping
have...
them.
So many other games have done like a short track on a... with a lot of laps, and they just can't get it as exciting as Baby Park does. Anyways, Mario Kart Double Dash is often known as the slipperiest Mario Karts for steering. That means this track is not a fan favorite. I like it though. The main gimmick is the ice physics, along with these freezies. If you hit one, they will freeze you in place. You will become a literal ice cube. Also have these Shy Guys skating on a global cycle, so keep an eye on that. This is probably one of my better tracks, just because I'm really good at dealing with the ice physics. Alright. That one didn't give me much warning. It is very important to get a mini turbo as quick as you can after you are blown up by stuff like blue shells or the bombs, or bowled over by items like Bowser shells. When your character drags on the ground, it slightly worsens your max speed, and it lowers your acceleration by more. Doing a mini turbo, though, interrupts the sound effects that they play or whatever, and it makes them get back up on the cart faster. Alrighty. Final track, y'all. Reminder that the clock stops when I cross the finish line on this track, not when I get to the trophy screen. Another song to sing along to if you know the words.
Now, is this actually the longest track in this game, or is there a longer? But off you go.
Well, at least I'm not getting hit by that one. Anyways. What were you asking before I got distracted?
So is Rainbow Road the longest track in this game, or is there a longer?
Slightly shorter than Wario Coliseum, but it has 3 laps, while Wario Coliseum has 2.
Ah, okay.
So it is the longest
So then, is it
track time.
So it's the longest in terms of actual time. Got
Yes.
it. Yeah.
A normal race on this track takes about 3 minutes and 20 to 30 seconds.
So you'll probably finish almost certainly under 40 minutes then for this run. Looking at the timer now.
Yeah, my personal best in this category is 39 minutes and 3 seconds in real time. My goal is usually to keep it under 40 minutes even though.
Got it.
That being said, I haven't looked at the timer at all since I started the run, so I don't know where I am.
Might actually be pretty close to getting your PB, I think.
Unless I do that!
Yeah, that certainly would help.
Yeah, I hopped off. The grip in this game is very tentative. I hopped off the track, and it prevented me from being able to steer to the right to avoid falling off there. One important thing to note is that since I have a blue shell in my inventory, unless I get lightning and it falls out, no one else can get one. That is still a thing in this game. That being said, bagging struts aren't really viable for a speedrun in this game. It's just something that it's nice if I can get it. Anyways, finally caught up to the leader. And then land on banana. Yeah, once you're in the air, you cannot turn left or right at all. You can only do the angling your cart up and down.
Got back on first, last lap. Can you hold it?
Well, I avoided all that mess, so that helps. We also know there's no blue shell coming. That being said, this is not a very clean Rainbow Road. I fell off twice. Once due to the, getting bumped off at a weird angle, and once due to, losing grip of the ground, and time!
GG. Wait for...
Yeah, that was a bit slower than my PB, but it's definitely still like probably up in like my top 3 times I've done.
We are seeing, I'm seeing on stream a 39:19.
Alright, yeah, that's 16 seconds slower than my PB. And then my
Still
in-game time
good.
was 32:58. Where my best is 32:45, I believe, in the category. And that is what they use in like the speedrun.com leaderboards. They use in-game time now. So yeah, that's the run. This is probably a really scuffed category to practice. I'm the only one who does it, and it's definitely inconsistent just due to the nature of RNG. But I think it's fun.
It's definitely interesting to see what happens, see how well you can still do without using items yourself.
Yeah, I feel like it lends to a lot of the chaos of the spirit of Mario Party. Because you don't get to have like these RNG manipulations to avoid having opponents throw specific items at you. You have to deal with what they use. And you have to adapt.
Did you mean Mario Party or Mario Kart?
I was referring to Mario Kart. Mario Party's next, though. So stay tuned.
You could say Mario Party.
Oh.
There, anyone like to shout out before we take you off? Transition to the next one.
Well, first off, I want to say hello to Mario Kart DS Enjoyer in the chat. That's my little sibling, actually. And I want to give a shout out to the crew at Multithon for inviting me on. I want to give a shout out to my Discord, those of y'all who showed up from the Discord. I did do a ping for that. And then I want to give a shout out to the crew doing the Mario Party tournament coming up next. If you want to see more of me, stick around, because I am slated to be in that tournament as well. It's going to be a long night for me.
It's a long night for me as well.
Yeah.
Alright. So thank you for this while we've been... Thank you for stepping in and showing this off.
Yeah, no worries. Happy to be here.
Alright. Like I said, next we should have some form of Mario Party 8 tournament, so stay